We'll see how this gadget works this morning. It's hit or miss. It's been a little funky, but such is life. Hopefully the notifications will go out. Mama dog's finally sleeping, so I'm hoping I can get through this without her running amok. So let's see who chimes in. See if we can get back on track after all the nonsense. Well, I see 1 and 1. Tommy's in the house. Good to see you, homeboy. A lot on the brain this morning, but in good spirits. It's been very trying as of late. Going down memory lane is always tough. It brings back a lot of bad memories, a lot of good ones too. Curious to see how this live goes. What's up? How you been? Hope Mama's okay. Mama dog's been doing really good, man. She finally went potty. Got her out yesterday, and she finally took a dump. 2 hearts, good to see you. It was glad to see you on the live, brother. Yeah, I'm trying to get back on track. I've been really busy keeping after her and trying to get ready to move. Going through stuff, sorting things. I got a lot of work to do, a lot of work. Thank you. Yeah, it's awesome. She's doing really good, really good. But now that my court stuff is over, and part of that is that I need to move, and I was gonna move anyway, so it's not, thank you, 2 hearts. It's not no shock to me that I gotta go, but I don't like being told what to do, which usually makes me want to do just the opposite. I'm very stubborn that way. But it's the right thing. I need to get out of here. Being surrounded by hatred is bad for the soul. And, you know, I've been through a great deal of hardship. Unique world, nice to see you. And it's been a learning process. And when I started this YouTube channel, it was only meant to be a commercial for the dog rescue and a way for me to try to find people to help me with the dogs and share my home and, you know, do my purpose. So life, how do I say this? It's just been hard, right? It's never been easy for me when it's come to do anything. And sometimes full support, thank you, Unique World. And sometimes you make mistakes, right? How do I say this? When I was trying to figure out what was wrong with life in general and what was wrong with me, right? Didn't know why I'd get so mad. Didn't know why I would get so sad. And then through the YouTube channel, discovered a gal, childhood fairy something. She's a psychiatrist, and she talked about the CPTSD. What happens to you as an adult, you know, your issues as an adult stem from your childhood. And I never really gave that any consideration. I figured what was in the past is in the past. And I'm not the kind of guy that comes out and pisses and moans and looks for sympathy. I don't like people feeling sorry for me, right? I'm very independent and I don't need people's sympathy. What I needed was people's help, right? Help and sympathy, that's 2 completely different things. And from the day I was born, come home from the hospital, move with mom into grandpa's house and no dad. So from the day I was born, all the way through high school, class of 81, right? All the way through high school was a struggle. And ever since high school, it's been a struggle, hard times. And it's a lot about life and adversity and how to overcome your broken, right? Years ago, or not years ago, but when I did a video about Mr. Wes Watson, how do I fix this broken? If you go to most popular video I got, that was one addressing him, because I watched him back when I was still drinking and wanted to get on the weights and this and that, and he's a good motivator. Forget about all of his other nonsense, but he does have a skill set that's very useful. But it didn't help me with what was wrong with me. It helped me to get off the booze and get on the weights. Learning about my broken and how my mood swings from anger to sad is real dramatic, and that it was my responsibility to check that. And then when these nice people in the neighborhood got me arrested because of my anger and calling a bunch of people cowards in the front yard, got me in a lot of trouble. It got me a lot of heat from the cops, got me arrested twice, and going to jail for the first time was one of the worst experiences of my life. My freedom is something I never questioned, because I knew better than to get in trouble. I knew better than to fall prey to other people's behavior and get led down the wrong road, you know? So now this YouTube channel, after I got God in my life, makes me want to cry, has changed, right? It's not just a place for me to make a commercial for the dog rescue. It's a support group. I've said it many times. YouTube is also my journal, right? Talking about stuff like this when I graduated high school and, you know, and going through my hard times, it's like my diary. My buddy Dave Dog, I'm always on him about writing his book, because he's got a lot of stories and he's a good storyteller. And if he ever finished his book, it would be a bestseller, I have no doubt. And for me, I'm writing my book out here every day. And it's, I'm leaving a record of my life. And I know how important that is, how there's a lot of broken people in the world and they can learn from my mistakes. It's a way for me to pay it forward. It's a way for me to be a Boy Scout. It's important to me. And the fact that I got faith in God now, I got to share that, right? My testimony. I can't explain my behavior. It is what it is. And who I am and what I am, I wouldn't change any of it. I mean, I got to pack up all my shit. I got to sort through a lifetime's worth of crap, get rid of all the stuff I really don't need anymore, get everything condensed down to the bare necessities, and pick up and leave. After thinking I was home sweet home on 30 acres with a great deal of infrastructure, this is the perfect physical location for Misfit Island. It is. But to be surrounded by hatred and people that truly despise me because of where I come from and how I grew up and the kind of music I listen to, and how I'm not like these people, right? Haters and prejudice in the world is tearing this world apart. Whether it's people with different religious beliefs, different geographic locations where they were raised, and music and, you know, skin color and all that negative shit, I never understood that. Never did, never will. I'm just not that way. And to have to face that kind of adversity at this point in my life is heartbreaking. You know, the world's got worse, not better. And I got better, not worse. It's all ass backwards. You know, when I was a young man, I didn't understand. And knowledge is power. Now I understand a great deal. I can't read word beans, but my brain works in a very different way. And I'm lucky that I got what I got up here. It's kept me alive. It's kept me out of jail. And learning from other people's mistakes, like my brother going to San Quentin and Corcoran, kept me out of prison. It kept me from making bad decisions in life. And leaving these videos, I'm hoping that long after I'm dead and gone, if these things are still here, that the younger generation will see that you don't have to be a sheep. You can be a lone wolf. You can separate yourself from the crowd, no matter how hard it is, and carve your own way in the world. One thing I know for sure is the dogs bring me happiness. And I've had very little happiness in my life. And I'm very attracted to doing this because it makes me feel good. When it comes to the materialistic shit in life, I got all I need. Houses and cars and tools, and I mean, if I wanted to, I could find a nice quiet piece of property out in the sticks somewhere and then just go fuck off for the rest of my life. But that wouldn't make me happy. Through adversity comes wisdom. And with that wisdom, it allows you to shape your future the way you want it, not the way other people want it to be for you, right? Being forced off this property is doing me a favor. It gets me out of an environment that's full of hatred, full of bigotry. And I'll find a place where I can bear arms, protect myself just like I did as a little kid with a knife, because the boogeyman's really real. And I've known that since I was a young child. And sticking up for myself is just what I do, including running my mouth about Nazis. Most people won't behave the way I do because it brings you heat. Now, I don't care about that. Never have. I do what I do because it's who I am. And I wouldn't change any of it. None of it. As hard as my life's been, like I said in the last live, I'm very proud of what I've been able to accomplish through all of that adversity. Now I just got one more thing to do, and that's find home sweet home and not make the mistakes I did coming here. You know, I saw the physical environment and I knew that would give me everything I needed to build Misfit Island. I didn't take into consideration the people, right? And that was my mistake. People have always been my problem. That's why I do the lone wolf thing, because I don't know how to tolerate bad behavior. I can't bite my lip. Never could. When I was a kid, junior high school, I needed a clean shirt to go to school. And mom was slacking and she didn't do laundry. And I didn't have a clean shirt. And she told me to grab a dirty shirt out of the hamper. And I said, I'm not gonna wear a dirty shirt. I need a clean shirt. I cared about my appearance. You know, I tried to front like I wasn't poor white trash. I wanted clean clothes. I didn't want clothes holes or stains or rips. I was picky as a kid. That same with my mom. I started doing my own laundry so that I would have clean clothes. And when me and mom got in that argument about a clean shirt, I slipped and I said, fuck you, because she was giving me a hard time and I was sticking up for myself because I knew she was wrong. And she slapped me in the face. And I said, did that feel good? Do it again. And she did it again and again and again. And then she, because I was being a smart ass, go ahead, do it again, do it again. And then she tried to do it a fourth time without me saying nothing, and that was it. And I grabbed her by her wrist and I set her in the couch. She called the social worker and said I was incorrigible. And shipped me back to the foster homes because she couldn't do laundry, right? I was being punished for what she did. Like in this neighborhood, I'm being punished for what these people did, not for what I did. So I understand adversity. I've been doing it my whole life. But right is right and wrong is wrong. In the world we live in, people need to be held accountable for their actions. Parents, you need to be good parents to your children. Neighbors, you need to be nice to your neighbors. You need to be your brother's keeper. You need to do a kind act for a stranger. Really important right now. There's wars breaking out all over the world. There is some really crazy shit going on, and most people just ignore it until it's too late. And then they come looking for somebody like me to help them. But when I get my misfits and I get my dogs, I'm staying on my island. Somebody else can go into town and get the groceries. Somebody else can go pick up supplies. I don't ever want to leave the property. I don't like leaving this property. I don't get along with people because they don't know how to behave. When I go into town, I'm nice, I'm polite, I'm chatty with the lady at the checkout, I'm chatty with the guy at the grocery store or at the gas station or at the feed store when I go get my ivermectin. I'm friendly, I'm polite. Anybody that's ever had any encounters with me in town, they know my behavior. Because that's how you're supposed to behave. Manners. I was taught manners as a child. Please pass me the salt. You just don't reach over the top of somebody's plate, right? Don't put your elbows on the table. May I be excused. That's how I was raised. Grandpa taught me manners when I was really little. People don't even talk about manners anymore. Anyway, I should check some comments. I just needed to get that out. Just because life is hard doesn't mean you have to quit being who you really are. You don't have to cave into the world and the world's bullshit, man. You can be your own man. You can be your own woman. You can raise your children with manners and love and respect. Not cave into some teacher that wants them to do something to themselves that they regret later. I don't understand this world, man. There's game being ran on everybody, and most people don't have the courage to be their own man, right? They just cave in, go along to get along. I remember doing that when I was a young man, trying to fit in, trying to front, trying to act like everybody else when I wasn't like everybody else. I don't do that no more. Right is right and wrong is wrong. I can look myself in the mirror. I don't feel no shame for my game. None. I got regret for making mistakes. falling prey to the world and making mistakes, I got regret for sure. But I don't dwell on it. I learn from it. It teaches me a great deal, like the situation in the neighborhood. I'll never raise my voice to anybody ever again. In this town or anywhere else, it gets used against me. You know, voicing your opinion, keep it to yourself. I can say what I want on this YouTube channel. It's freedom of speech. It's my journal, and you guys are my support group. And if other people don't like it, I don't care. I don't know why that was held for review. Oh, you know what? That reminds me. You in prison, Mike Johnson? No, never went to prison. These tattoos come from a tattoo shop. I don't know why that one's held for review. Yeah, this gadget, I'm pulling everybody's wrenches, by the way. This gadget's really, it's hiding good messages. And I don't think it's got anything to do with the wrenches. I think it has more to do with just people playing games that aren't part of this channel, but I don't get it. And good comments are getting hidden. So I'm going to make sure I'm the only one in control of what gets jammed up. Like Capital Currency's in the house. Good to see you, young man. ABDOU, Big Boss. That's a good comment, and it was held. I don't know why. So Capital, I took your wrench. Big Al, I took your wrench. I know you guys are good people, but I'm just removing wrenches so that the channel is in my control only. Why there's bad things happening, I don't get it. I don't understand the gadget. So please don't take it personal. I love you guys, and I appreciate all your hard work with the wrenches. It's just going to bring it back to where it was before. And when somebody's real nasty, I'm just going to boot them. I'm not going to engage trolls, but I've opened 2 nice comments just now. I don't understand that. Yeah, it's just weird, man. I don't get it. But anyway, I want to get back on track. I don't want these videos to be negative. I'm not going to engage the trolls anymore. I got to say what I needed to say with my stalker. That's part of my journaling, part of evidence in court later down the road, because I will get a civil rights attorney. I will stick up for myself in regards to what's happened to me since I've been here, because I think it's important for people to see you can stick up for yourself. And it's the right thing to do, you know, to be bullied. And if you can't stick up for yourself, get help, right? I'm getting bullied by people. There's nothing I can do, but I know how to get help. Now, whether the help comes or not, that's on them, right? But trying to get help, and if somebody calls you a snitch because you're trying to help yourself, don't listen to them. Don't fall prey to a bully. If you got a kid at school that's bullying you, you come home, you tell your dad, and your dad will straighten it out, right? And if you're an adult and somebody's harming you, you call a cop. A lot of people won't call the cops because the cops are dirty. To protect and serve, that don't happen too much anymore. I've learned that the hard way. I was very naive when it came to the law and the courts. I got railroaded and thrown under the bus by people who don't know how to do their job. Another life lesson. Now, I'll keep my big mouth shut. No more yelling at people. My freedom of speech has been tamed. Calm down, you know what I mean? I can talk to somebody without yelling at them, right? Disorderly conduct. You can do just about anything and be declared disorderly, right? My attorney was cluing me about that. I was like, dude, I was in my own front yard. He goes, but it's interpretation of the law. If they want to say you were being disorderly, I said, maybe disturbing the peace. I go, but disorderly, I was very orderly. I said what I had to say in about 2 minutes time. The video's very short, and then I walked back in my house. I didn't threaten nobody. I didn't throw nothing. You know what I mean? I was very angry, but I was in control, and I went back in the house. I'm not doing that again. Anything that can be misconstrued or used against you, you got to be very careful. This world is full of snowflakes and haters. And if you give them just a little bit to fuck with you, they're going to take advantage of that. So don't do it. Please don't do it. And if you can't help yourself, get somebody that'll help you, man. Did I hit someone? No, I didn't hit nobody, man. I didn't do anything other than call people cowards. That's all I did. A few F-bombs and loud voice, and I got thrown in jail for 8 days behind all that. Pussycat's in the house. Good to see you. I've been hanging in there. I'm very tired. Very tired. Mama Dog's been doing really good. She walks laps around the house now. I think I had her out 8 times yesterday trying to get her to go potty, and she finally went number 2. It was a good thing and a bad thing because I could see signs of the parasite in her mess, and we're not over that. It's a drag. It preoccupies a lot of my thoughts, worried about this damn parasite, but I stay on this ivermectin, and when I leave here, my first stop is California to go see doctors that I know real well at UCSF, a very prestigious hospital, and I'll get to the bottom of this parasite and I'll get it cured once and for all, unless it's a parasite that they don't have a cure for. I don't know. But whatever the case may be, I will continue to fight the good fight and get this dog rescue thing. And oh, thank you for all the likes. I appreciate you guys. And I will make sure that I finish what I started. This charity thing is all I think about. It's all I want out of life. Out of the end of my life, the only thing I want is to finish this. I watched Bucket List the other day. And the message in that movie, I was in tears and laughing my ass off through the whole movie. I forgot how good that movie is, and the lesson in that movie is so, so good. So good. I highly suggest you guys go watch The Bucket List. I saw it as a kid. I didn't give it the attention it deserved, but the lessons in that movie, man, so good. So good. That's one of those God things, right? God was talking to me in that movie. And the end of that movie, phew, I get all choked up just thinking about it. Go watch The Bucket List and watch it closely. You're going to laugh and you're going to cry for good reason. Whew. Let me see. Who else did I miss? DIY specialist, please and thank you. You can take that a long way. Amen, brother. Amen. T-R-A-M-M-A-L. Trammell. My neighbor, I thought was an asshole, but turned out to be a good man. See, there you go. Don't judge a book by its cover. And you got to give people time, right? To get to know each other, to trust each other, to love each other. That doesn't come overnight. But if you're closed-minded, you lose out on some really good stuff in life because you need to give people a chance. And I'm always giving people a chance to either step on their Johnson or give me faith in humanity, because not everybody's an asshole. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Adam, what story of crazy shit? What sort of crazy shit? Oh, man. Please go watch some old videos, Adam. There's so much. I can't even begin to get started, but believe me, a lot of crazy shit. I'm trying to see anybody else. Rodolfo, you need medical care. All right. You're ill. Yeah. Well, you're gone, Holmes. Hide user from channel. That's for you, Adolfo. Let me see. Do I need to clean any more house? Jacob is Jewish. That's harmless. It hurts. AW, if you wouldn't change any of it, you're an idiot. Okay, well, you're gone. Hide user from channel. I don't need you. Anything else in here? Good morning, Tony 420. To see you. Means don't end. Thank you for that. AB, no. Never was in prison, no affiliations with no gangs and all that nonsense. Just no. But I get asked all the time. It's all good. Azeron, Azorin. Do you agree with AUSL? So I don't know what that word is. Sorry. Oil up. All right. Let me get rid of that one. Hide user from channel. I'll get the idiots out of here right quick. Just let me go through here. Why does this guy look like the leader of a prison gang? ICE, SW, ICE, you're judging me because I got tattoos, homie. You're entitled to your opinion, but to say something to a stranger, saying I'm the leader of a prison gang, that's rude. You don't know me. You're a perfect example of people jumping to conclusions, shitty people. And because you can hide behind your keyboard, you feel empowered to say whatever you want to a stranger. You're a rude person. I'm not going to block you because maybe you'll grow up and learn something. And if not, then I'll block you and you can go somewhere else and fuck with someone else. All right. 64 Flyer. Hello, brother. I hope you're having a great day. So far, so good. Thank you. Yeah. I got a lot of work to do. I'm hoping to get a lot done today. So we'll see how it goes. Real Prison Talk with Tommy. Just found your channel. Great message. Well, thank you, Real Prison Talk. I appreciate you, man. I'm trying to make sure I clean house and get rid of the idiots. Are you a criminal? No, I am not a criminal. Good morning. Emerald, Emily and Jeff Woodward. Good morning. Did you hit someone? No, I already looked at that. What did you do? Why you got angry? I'm not going to rehash all that. Message help for review. In case it's a going, put some shit in your water. Yeah, there we go. We'll show that one. That's Tommy. That's all good. Yeah, I got to go through here. Another message help for review. Mama got up and took a shit. Yeah, she sure did, Tommy. That's what I'm saying. I got to start looking at all this stuff now. What's good, Peckerwood? Ken, I'm not a Peckerwood, Holmes. I didn't go to prison. I'm not about that. I understand why you say that because of my tattoos. And the only reason these spider webs are up here because I... Kind of funny. Crow always shows up when there's drama. Never ceases to amaze me. But I got no problem going up to the road and doing my live from the road. I've done it many times. I got no problem doing that. See, people don't want to hear what I got to say. See, there's these things called stingrays. It's a way to jam a cell signal. And because I don't have my Starlink yet, and maybe once I get the money back from the sheriff, I'll have my Starlink, and then this won't be an issue. But people, it's real easy for people to fuck with my channel, my haters. They're real good at it. Johnny's been busy. See all the extra supports I put on the roof? I'll show you why. I don't have my shoes on, but do this in bare feet. Not too bright, but come on. We're gonna go on top. Oh, it's kind of hard on bare feet climbing a ladder, but thought I'd show you my view from on top of my little patio. I overbuilt this just for this reason, so now we're on top. Bird's eye view of the property. That's the auto shop. That's Johnny's barn. That's Johnny's steel building. And back over there is my main house. That's a little shed. There's another shed. There's a dog kennel. And there is a ship container. We're on top. See, I built this real strong for snow load. And so I could come up here and sit in a chair and see everything. I can see everything from up here. It's beautiful. Lifetime of construction. I know how to build something that'll withstand the test of time, if you know what I'm saying. So you want to jam my signal, I'll just come get up in their grill. Boy, that little bug was noisy. Whiskey's in the house. How you doing, Whiskey? Johnny's on top of his shed. Climbed up here in bare feet. Trying to read some of these comments. Breaking Bad, I've been told that many times. Seems to be working okay now. Imagine that. Mighty big apple tree, boy. Look at all them apples. Shall we see if I can climb down without breaking my neck? That'd be the monster truck. Back on the patio, but see, the boards that are flat, that gave me more width to give the plywood more support, but then these ones on the side give it strength. Oh. And then, all right, I guess the fun and games aren't going to stop, so I'll get off the gadget. Much love and respect as always. Love the ones that love you back. Do your best with the assholes in the world, right? Do a kind act for a stranger. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.